Steven. On. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked. We've been thinking about doing this for a long time. We've been best buds since high school, and this is something we've talked about for fucking years. So I'm glad that we're finally doing this.
I know, and he's not gonna bring it up. We weren't like best of buds in middle school, but we'll learn about that later on.
Yeah, dude. I was, apparently some cool kid that I didn't know about, but he obviously, I always looked up to him, dude. I've always said that. So
well, he always
not trying to glaze you right now.
He always had the locker above me, so it is what it was.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you were jealous of my fifth grade girlfriend, dude. So whatever. Who cares?
I'll never forget it. Hated you. For what,
Yeah. No, it's all good, dude. So, dude, how about them tornadoes this fucking week, dude? We might as well be meteorologists.
I know. Guess what happened, Nick?
What?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing, dude. Well, not to us. Dude, it's not funny, but not to us.
Obviously, we sit here and send all the prayers out to the families that got
absolutely.
But so living here, we're both from Birmingham, Alabama area. So living here, we've had some bad tornadoes come through, and it's April. Every time this time of year, May or March and April, it just happens. So it's just funny because nobody here ever really gets scared, and
I mean, your luck is pretty bad if you get. I mean, dude, they'll give like a wide area, like, dude, James Spann Weather Channel. They get up there and they show a big pink area that's like 1,000 miles long. Dude, these tornadoes are a mile long, dude. If it's bad, they might be like quarter mile, a tenth of a mile. I mean, dude, we go to the casino and have really bad luck. I mean, that's why I don't worry about it, dude, because our luck is so shit all the time. It's like how much, honestly, I'm not worried about it. Like, how much worse can it get?
Yeah. And when you when you do ask that question at a casino, it gets worse.
Yeah, dude.
Go in there asking that question.
Like when you get up, dude, get the fuck up out of your seat, dude, and run, dude, while you can. Like if you hit 1,000, dude, don't try to get to 2. Get to the car, dude. That's the best thing you can do is find that parking lot.
Honestly, it would feel better if you went out and just spent the money. Like I'd rather have $1,000 bar tab, than go and like try to hit and watch a dealer absolutely rail me for 2 shoots.
Dude, those dealers
are 21s.
Those dealers are devious, dude. I mean, they look at you, dude, like you'll have 16, you hit, you get a 4, dude, and finally, like you had something go your way because I hit my 16s. And then they got a 10 under, dude. They flip a 5 and they always go like little side eye, dude. 6, dude, 21 every time. I don't even know why we go.
No, it's dumb. But
we go like twice a year, and we get fucked up.
It's just
and we go play golf, and I shoot 110.
That's another thing. Dude. Golf is one of those. So like, especially if you've already lost money on the casino, like if you're already pissed off, and then you have to wake up early as hell, go play golf at a golf course you've probably never played.
Yeah.
Like dickhead of a starter, and like shank the first ball. People are watching.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, dude, let's just. And then the 2-hour drive home is just like you're just sitting there in top.
It's just hell on earth, dude. Like, dude, when we went to that time when we went down to Philadelphia, Mississippi, dude, and we go in, and dude, you always like, we play like money for nothing. Vibes are so high, dude. You play money for nothing before you go in, maybe some Steely Dan, and then you go in, and then you lose your ass, and we play till 1 a.m. And then my dad's over there. Dad,
we got to get him on this show.
We got to get Steven on here. Yeah, dude. Steven, dude. Same, different Steven, but with a PH.
Yes.
Steven. Yeah. Dude's over there just drinking his Jack and Cokes, just having a ball, dude. Playing 3-card poker, just getting straight flushes, getting flushes. She's hitting on me. That's cool. Yeah, like this one time we play golf, we're hungover, and I shoot about a 110 at the Azaleas. That was a mistake. And
we went to the wrong course.
We went to we should have went to the other course, dude.
There's 2. There's that and the Oaks.
There was no one on that course for a reason. Yeah. And then, dude, like I'll never forget us walking into the casino, and my dad has not been to sleep. He's been up all night. He's up thousands.
Yeah. And I remember him. I can't remember. It was some like some band or some performer that like had one hit back in the 2000s. He's like,
Oh, dude, I can't remember her name.
I mean, it was good. It's gonna be something stupid like, dude, the Black Eyed Peas are performing. It's stupid. No one cares.
No
Do
one
you?
gives a shit. Dude,
Yeah.
it was I can't think of her name, man. She's like a really famous country singer. She sang with like Robert
Reba
Plant.
McEntire.
No, it wasn't Reba. It was
I don't know. I can't.
I can't think of who it is. It could have been Reba. I mean, if it was like equivalent to Reba. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was like maybe they're not as big anymore, but
Or
dude, it was Alison Krauss, dude.
that's it.
That's who it was. It was Alison Krauss, and she's
That's
great, man. And he missed that shit because he was up all night, dude. And
Shout out Allison Krauss.
yeah, shout out. You did not get seen by Stephen.
Yeah,
Didn't happen.
he didn't make it.
Yeah,
So that's kind of on you to be better.
yeah,
But no, dude. So your tornado experience was probably a little different than mine. I took a nap,
yeah.
um, and then you had your girlfriend,
Who is just
flee
terror
from
has
Birmingham.
weather anxiety to the max, dude. Like
Yeah. So
I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like
because
she
you
went through
moved
one.
out.
I think she went through a bad storm once, dude. I get it, dude. I mean, we went through a bad storm once. I remember. Well, I mean, April 27, 2011, dude. I mean, that was awful.
Like I remember stepping outside of the house, and you could 15th Street. So
Yeah,
I'm talking like people are gonna know what we're talking about. It's just this road in Hueytown. Uh, but like there's just all these trees, and it literally cleared out. Like you could, it was really cool because you could see the path where it literally just ripped off all these trees a mile wide. But we got
yeah,
mail from Tuscaloosa. I mean, it was nuts.
yeah. And dude, I mean, it sounds like a train. I mean, it literally sounds like a train.
Yeah,
Like you could, I mean, it was a mile or two down the road, but I mean, it literally sounded like a train. I mean, and it completely wiped out like nearby towns like Concord and like Pleasant Grove. But
yeah, it
um,
was devastating.
yeah,
I still think like if you were to go and like ask them people what they were doing last weekend, they're probably chilling.
probably, yeah,
Like I don't know what it is. Some people just don't care. It's funny because like I've been out to visit you. Don't know. Nick was in the Navy, served 7.5,
about 7 on the dot, dude.
7.
Yeah,
So like we've both grown up here, or we've both grown up here our whole life. So he got stationed in San Diego, and I've been out to see him. I went out to see him 5 times. Uh, Never paid to fly me out. I always paid for my flight. Just to throw that in there. Uh,
yeah.
but
We're not gonna go down that road, but
no, no. But it's just funny because, and you may can dive into it more. But like just living up in the South and then going to San Diego. I mean, that's just like
yeah,
a
dude.
different. So like
There's no seasons in San
no,
Diego.
and it's funny because like everybody here remembers like we had tornado drills in elementary school. You're taught to go outside of your classroom, put your bum ass like social studies books over your head,
Yeah.
and just sit there. Like I
What would
can't.
that have done? Like looking back, dude, when we would do it like once a month. We'd sit in the
Yeah,
hallways and we would just be like, that's how you made buds back then, dude. I'm sure there's friendships that were made doing that.
yeah, dude. You're just sitting there and you're like, y'all both have the same idea. Like, bro, this shit's stupid.
Yeah. The only thing that threatened San Diego was like earthquakes,
Wildfire.
and
Yeah.
yeah, there's wildfires. Yeah. Like obviously the ones that just happened in LA. I mean, that happened a few times when I was out there, like the air quality would be
Don't
bad, but
they have the don't they have like places that have like sprinkler systems that essentially come up out of the ground that maybe are supposed to like wet the area? Or is
I'm
that
not a
just
hundred.
like
I'm not 100% about the sprinkler system, but dude. I mean, you see them. They fly in with the helicopters, dude. They try to drop water. They try to like cut us an area to where they know the fire's going to go, so it'll stop.
yeah? Because
You
like my
know?
mom was telling me, it's funny, dude. She worked a Jewish camp in Malibu in like her 20s,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
but like so obviously you have all these camp kids, and they have to
yeah,
ensure through protocol they'd go stand in like this circle where sprinklers are sprinkling, and she just always told me that it was just like that. That was one of the protocols they had to do.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it was just like it's just and
Yeah.
I still have yet to hear like the full story of her time because she was like,
Did one
she
happen while she was out there?
no, but they did go to Tijuana like every weekend.
Dude, I had my neighbor Rich, bro. He would ask me every weekend, like, yo, Dan, you want to go to Hong Kong and Tijuana? And I'm like, no, dude. Like, I know how that goes. And I had no interest, dude. He would go every weekend, come back fucked up, but he always had like the craziest stories. And this is like the craziest guy ever, dude. I mean, his name's Rich. He's like 40 years old. He's from fucking Long Island. And dude, I mean, the guy, like, he was living, it was like one of the best times of my life, dude. It was COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have been in a better place in the world. And this guy, dude, was just partying. Like, he'd come out and play beer die with us. Like, he's 40 years old playing beer die with like 20-year-olds, dude. Like, he was a great time, but he was also just a fucking wild man, dude. Like, we went to the casinos, dude. Like, and dude, just the biggest trumper too, bro. Like the
Dude,
dude,
I remember.
I remember when Joe Biden got elected, and they were like, Joe Biden takes North Carolina, like because we were watching the on the TV on the news,
Yeah,
and then you just hear upstairs, you just hear "fuck" like that,
I
dude.
remember
It was
playing.
so good, bro. You
I
couldn't
remember
beat it.
no, he's a one of a kind. I remember playing beer die in your front yard on Bayard. Shout out Bayard boys.
Bayard, yeah,
Um, they like people would be walking by with their mask on, and he's like, "Oh, no face, where's your face?" And I'm like,
yeah.
this guy needs to be in Hueytown, man.
Dude, I agree. I agree, dude. It was wild. Somebody like him being in San Diego, like
Yeah,
pretty
it was
liberal area.
crazy.
Yeah,
He was so Rich is he was you might have to help me with this, but he's
yeah.
almost a chiropractor. Like I don't know what he didn't pass, but he knows how to like he. So I flew there,
I don't know. It
and
was like his boards or something,
yeah,
and I don't know.
like kind of. I mean, like in
I don't know
between
what that
flights, he just
entails.
yeah. But I got off of the flight, went to his house, and we immediately went to Rich's place. And he was like, dude, yeah, he just wiped a bunch of shit off this couch. He's like, dude, lay down. I'll pop you right here for free.
Beer cans,
Yeah, dude.
CO2 canisters.
And I was just like, you know what, dude? Like this guy, I don't, and I think that's just the
Your
way
back was
people
hurting
are.
too, right?
It was. I mean, yeah, it was a terrible flight. Don't
Yeah,
fly Frontier. I don't want the because we are going to get sponsored on this podcast. You know,
yeah.
we've already talked about it. We're
Shout out Rogue.
uh, but I mean, it just like if you're just confident in what you do, like I feel like because I love watching the videos of people that have on high vis vest and just go into like a facility and they're like, yeah, we got to go back here and nobody. If you have the confidence and act like you know where you're at, they're like, yeah, dude, go on in.
Yeah,
So it's just funny because like I literally was like, yeah, I laid down. He grabbed my back and got to give credit where credit's due. And you know, Rich, he helped me out.
yeah, dude. I've never been to a chiropractor in my life. I probably should, dude. I've seen videos. I've heard it's like an amazing thing. Like I've always just been like scared, dude. What if I, break my fucking neck right now or some shit like that? But dude, the
Dude,
only time
I
I've
mean,
ever been adjusted is by Rich, dude. And honestly, he fucking killed it. I mean,
it is it is an unreal experience. Like I'm bad about popping my fingers, and you
yeah,
don't
I've been popping
realize
them, popping
how
mine right now.
yeah you don't realize how good you feel um after an adjustment. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like an out of body experience, dude. Yeah. And like,
You
dude,
literally
and he can he could do it all. Like, I mean, the dude should have been a chiropractor. He could have been a chiropractor anywhere else, but obviously in this country, there's all kinds of different things you have to do to like be a doctor
yeah
or a chiropractor. There's all different kinds of boards and shit like that. So, um,
yeah.
yeah,
So also I feel like too like we need to viewers probably want to know kind of where our life is right now. Kind of why we're doing this. Um,
yeah,
kind of what we're doing. So I'll hop into mine and
yeah. Go for it, dude. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm just, so I'm not gonna say I hate my job, but everybody's got just like jobs that they just have to go to like pay the bills,
yeah,
and it's just like I don't know. This is something that genuinely we've been excited for like literal years, and I got to shout Nick out, dude. he made a lot of this happen. I've just kind of been letting him do it, and
Yeah,
hope,
it's all good, dude. I'm excited to do it, bro. I've been wanting to do it for years also. And I was just like, dude, let's do it. Let's get the stuff and let's
so
make
he
it
made it
happen.
happen. But yeah, so we uh just bought a house. Um, so like you said, I got kind of like a, I'm not gonna call it a big boy job, but like a desk job, and uh, so it's just like, dude, could you like hypothetically imagine like if this like got big?
It's it could. You never know, dude. I mean, it just depends on it's all luck. It's right place, right time, luck. But dude, I mean, honestly, this is just a fun thing to do. I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm having a great time.
yeah, because so we used to like most Sundays, people have the Sunday scaries. We would legit just like, because a lot of times, like he'd be in San Diego for a lot of years, or for at least 7 of them. He'd be in San Diego, and I'd be here, and we would just call literally and like just recap the weekend, talk about our Sunday scaries, and it would just kind of turn into like these hour and a half conversations of just like just bullshit.
Yeah,
And
dude, I'd
looking
get off the
back,
phone and I'd be like, what the fuck did we just talk about? Like,
yeah, but I remember laughing the whole time,
yeah,
and um,
we have
it
some
was just
crazy
like,
stories.
yeah, dude, we used to do some dumb shit. So in high school, we'd stay at my dad's house, and my dad was, he's an old man, so like he'd go to bed pretty early, and it's like, so they lived right next to the interstate, and I don't know whose idea it was. I mean, it's so long ago, but we would get on the interstate, we'd find an 18-wheeler,
Yeah.
and we'd let him have it, dude. We'd honk our horns, flick him off. Shout out to all the 18-wheeler drivers. We were young and dumb, but
Yeah, my dad's a
we would
truck
get,
driver. Like I've
yeah.
told him all about it. He's like, you're a fucking
I
idiot,
drove a truck for a while, yeah.
dude.
So it's just funny. Like I drove a truck.
The best part was blowing the horn at these people, flipping them off. For no
Yeah,
reason. We're assholes, but we were like 16. Like, what do you do at
we're
16
supposed
years
to.
old? You don't do
Yeah,
anything, dude. Like, you do anything to
it's
keep your mind
crazy.
occupied. And then
Yeah,
I just loved like getting off the exit and then getting right back on because he's like, oh, I'm home free, dude, of these
I'm good.
kids,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Oh, we're back.
And then we fly back up on them, dude. I mean, I remember one time, dude, we got back on the interstate. We had just got done flipping this guy off like 3 minutes ago, and we go right back by him. And then he threw a big gulp out at us, dude. I remember like he rolls his passenger window down and just gives like a little flea flicker out the window with a
And
big
he
gulp.
just stopped. Yeah, dude, and he just stopped at the Loves, picked that up, and he's probably not going to see another Loves until like wherever he's heading.
Probably
And it's
not,
just like,
dude. Loves are the best, dude. They're the best truck stops, I think. They're the cleanest. They got showers, dude. Like, they're sick.
they got to go top one, and they always have like a shitty fast food restaurant. A lot of them
Oh
have
yeah.
KFC, dude, and it's just like I'm not popping through KFC like that. But so no, we would do that. God, we may be ratting on ourselves here, but if we got really good at knowing when trash days were in parts of town, and we would not.
Yeah.
And Nick had an infamous Blue Ranger. I mean,
Yeah.
we
It was my
just
dad's.
it was the best truck in the world,
Yeah.
and we would just, I mean, we would hit garbage cans full of trash and just watch them tumble down people's yards.
Yeah. Those were good times, dude.
And we did this one guy. I mean, probably 4 weeks in a row, and I mean, he would sit outside, watch us fly. Like,
Dude, that's what was crazy is like the fourth or fifth time in a row, he's sitting out there waiting on a Tuesday night, dude. Like
yeah,
he knew that,
and
trash runs Wednesday morning, dude. He puts it out there Tuesday, dude. He's watching it, dude, like a hawk.
dude, he started putting it on his front porch.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like dead ass. He did not mess with that.
No, dude, he was over it. He was over that shit. Dude, I mean, we wouldn't just knock it over, dude. I mean, we would straight up like in the movies, like a car going through a bus, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it would just
Exploded.
explode. It was like the other guys, dude. Like when they fly through that bus and they're like upside down. Like that's how we were, like hitting trash cans and shit. Yeah, we're like Samuel Jackson, The Rock, in the car, busting through trash, but it was a bus into Trump Tower, dude.
Ready for
It's
aim
aim for
for
the
the
bushes,
bush.
dude. That's what we did. We basically aimed for but the trash went for the bushes every time.
Yeah, dude. Hey, shout out your shirt, dude. That's
Yeah,
sick.
dude. Pete Weber, best to ever do it, dude. Probably the best. I mean, I don't know if he's the best bowler there is, dude, but I mean, he's got to be the most famous bowler of all time.
I couldn't name another one.
I I literally, I mean, the only bowler I know is like Mookie Betts, dude, and he's a fucking baseball
Yeah,
player.
the MLB player. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's
I
like
think.
he's bowled I don't know how many perfect games.
Yeah, he.
You know, Kevin
He.
Hart's a good bowler. I've seen there's a video where he like there was like a celebrity bowl off dude or something, and
Yeah,
I mean, dude, that dude whips strikes.
I saw that too because I think he has a celebrity team. Him and like Chris Paul, and I'm just like, dude, y'all, is this y'all's hobby? Do y'all just like Tuesday night? That's one of my dreams too, is to get into a bowling league, and I just because we have a group of buddies, dude, and we're called the Wampus Cat, and uh,
You want to explain the Wampus Cats?
so I'm glad we're doing a visual video,
Yeah,
because so for
we're not
anybody,
taking credit for this. I think this is already
no,
something that's been done, but
no, can't remember who start what the name of it or who started the name, but you know, like when you go in for a dip, right, long
yeah,
run, you go in for a pinch, right, you use these two fingers, and then
yeah,
an upgrade. We dude, I am nervous to hear this back because I'm gonna sound so country,
that's fine.
but I know,
Where are you
but
from? Where the fuck are you from?
you know, Alabama.
Yeah,
Uh, but this is considered not a pinch, but a pinch.
a
You know,
pinch. Yeah,
yeah. This is an eagle claw.
yep.
You know, just,
The infamous eagle claw, dude. I mean, that's typically when I would dip, dude. Like that's what I would go for. I would always
yeah.
go for the eagle claw. Like
It's just a smooth.
yeah, dude. Once you start going above equal claw, dude, I mean, you are just packing a lip, dude. I mean,
And
you're
then
going
above
above and
that,
beyond.
dude, imagine like this is a Wampus cat. When you go into that can and you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
pack that in.
yeah. Four finger.
I mean, yeah,
It's
it is a mouthful.
a lot. I mean, dude. I mean, a grizzly bear is basically the whole can in your mouth. You might as well just dip the can upside down and like open it, throw it in. Like yes.
Yeah, but we've had a couple. I think it's funny that we've had a couple friend groups that like we originally were the fuck ups.
Yeah, it was the fun. Yeah,
Originally, the fuck ups happened.
I feel like everybody's got their own like group message with their boys, or even girls have their own group messages, and everybody just kind of they all have like their
Yeah.
inside jokes,
Oh
their own
yeah, yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and they name their group message some crazy shit. Like
100%. And
my girlfriend's got group messages with her girls that are like like they have crazy
yeah,
names. I don't want to know. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't
and
give a fuck.
dude,
But
I know they talk shit in those
they
groups.
talk mad shit, dude.
And it's like
They probably
you,
not.
you
I'm
can
not saying my girlfriend, but like, dude, I know girls, dude. They have the group messages, and then I know they have separate group messages with like minus one or two, and they're like talking shit
there's
about Rachel. You know what I'm
there's
saying?
so
Like,
much beef, dude.
yeah,
There's got to be beef there. Literally, we only have one group message, and
yeah,
that's what I like.
dude. Dudes don't do that, man. I don't feel like
No,
guys really like. Yeah, guys have beef, guys have drama, like to like sometimes. But really, I feel like in our group, like there's really never been that much drama.
no, and I've thought about our friend group, dude, and how unfortunate we are that none of us are rich or have money. Or like nobody's family has money, dude. We're all just the
Just
middle,
like middle class, yeah,
like the most middle average, like
yeah.
dudes in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
and I love how you got and like I love how and we're gonna get on this too. I love how you and Carden, our buddy Carden, shout out Carden, you guys, if
oh
you
yeah,
guys were to hit the
shout out Saturdays in the South, dude.
yeah,
Go listen,
yeah, if you
go
love
listen.
football Saturdays, dude, go listen to those guys. They're very passionate about SEC football.
Yeah,
I love how you guys, if you were to hit the lottery, you said, dude, if I hit the lottery and it's, like one of those $1 billion lotteries, how you're like, we're giving all the boys 10 mil a piece, dude. And I'm sorry, but I just can't get on board with that, dude. If you start giving all the boys 10 mil, you're not gonna have anything left, dude. You got to give your family money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but it's just like,
I'd give you some. I'm gonna give the boys money.
what is some, dude?
I mean, if you hit $1 billion, dude, half of it's gone in taxes, so you get 500 mil. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So now I'm worth 500 mil and like, I don't know, 20,000 or some shit.
Right. Right. Right.
That's net worth, dude. I got a Ranger out there, dude. That's what's helping me out. I don't own
100%.
a house or anything. And
100%.
dude, I'd give you boys like, I'd give you a mil,
Okay.
and you
I thought
guys
you
are
were gonna be in the hundreds of thousands, and I was gonna get mad about that. I was gonna get mad about that.
I did one. I mean, maybe 500 to a mil. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different once I had the money.
That's unbelievable. I mean, that is just unbelievable.
You got to give other people money, dude. And then at the end of the day, you might not have any left once you start giving all your money away. What would
But
you? I mean,
like,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with 500,000? What would you do with 500,000 if I gave it to you? If I were to hit it?
go bet on red. No, I'm just kidding. With $500,000, I would. I don't know, dude. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd probably quit my job.
Five
Um,
500, dude. We could
500.
start. We could start the bar, dude.
We could. So, dude, we haven't even. So, why we're
That's
calling
that.
this?
That was the original back brick, dude.
So, why we're calling this back brick, dude, is everybody listening should be familiar with the game Fortnite and the original Fortnite. So we'd play Salty Springs, and we just we had this house that was just ours. Like me and Nick would just land on this house, dude, and it just became like, dude, we're going back brick.
Yeah, dude. There was like a time where like we would get like golden skizzards for days out of it. So we called it
Yeah,
back brick. I can't tell you how many, dude. Pretty much every game we ever won, which was like maybe 3 as a
yeah,
duo. Because I mean, dude, these
we're
kids
not
are
good.
insane with these builds, dude. Like
Yeah,
I would say we probably won 3, and
yeah,
every time we won, it was landing a back brick. So it just became a thing. I mean, and there were plenty of times also we landed there and came in, dead last. Literally died on land.
yeah. I think, but we before we knew it, we started the trend of going salty. And also, I want to make sure this is very clear because I've heard some people think like, you know, getting bricked from the back, like this is not a sexual thing, and they
I
know who
didn't
they
even
are.
think about it.
They know who they are. This is back brick is like an inside joke between me and him. It flows, back brick boys. So I don't want there to be jokes. Um, I, it's just it's a funny joke between me and Nick, and so just I want to make sure that's clear. I want to get that on record.
Dude, when we
That
made the
is
name, I loved it. I was like, this is a great name for it because yeah, it's between us, whatever, who cares? We're letting the world know. But like I told when Brenna one day we were like my girlfriend's name's Brenna. We were in the kitchen and she was like, hey, you guys are naming it Back Brick Boys, right? And I was like, yeah. She was like, do you think people are gonna take that in a sexual way? And my mind was just like blown, dude. I hadn't even thought about it. And
yeah,
she just started laughing and she was like, you should probably let people know that that's not what it means. So thank you for. I haven't even thought about it since that time that
well,
she said that.
I was just thinking like, dude, there can just be no way. And in my head, dude, it doesn't even make sense. How do you even get bricked up from the back? Like that doesn't
Ye-
even make sense.
It doesn't, dude. It doesn't. You'd have to be. I guess you would be the one that's taking it or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like I can't even dive into that.
Yeah, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so this is just essentially this is just our conversations, like our phone calls. We're just recording them. So it's gonna be off the wall. It's gonna be random, but it's gonna be just our random thoughts that I think need to be heard, and I think we view the world so different, and just I think it's finding comedy and stuff. I think it's overlooked because like
Yeah,
yeah, you could be having a bad day, but like I don't know, dude, something funny could have happened. It's just like you have to look into that more. So I just think like uh, I just think we're good at that. I think regardless of like yeah, I could have got cut off in traffic. I could have like accidentally farted a little too hard. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We've all done that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've literally shit my pants
I have too,
by
man.
doing that
I did
at
it.
a bar.
That's hilarious. You straight up Ubered home, right? Like you
I
just
mean, I was at the
you were
bar. My friend
yeah
Emily had just gotten engaged. Like
yeah
the vibes are so high. Everyone, all
right
this is in San Diego. Like all my friends are out. We're having a great time, having a blast. I'm at the bar getting a drink, talking to my buddy Brandon, And dude, I was just like, everybody's done it. I don't care who you are.
Yeah,
You've been at the bar and been like, if you've had some drinks, dude, you get a little gassy. You're like, I'm gonna let one rip, dude. It didn't seem like it was gonna be that bad.
yeah.
I let it rip, dude, and it ripped. I shit myself. So I literally shit my pants. I've never really shit my pants. So like, I instantly knew, like, I just did that,
Yeah.
and I can't stick around because obviously, if I stick around, dude, it spreads like this. Like it's gonna reach people,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and people are gonna find. And when people smell shit, dude, it's like your first instinct is like, who the fuck did that?
I'm gonna go beat his ass.
It's just like when you smell dog shit, dude. You start, and then you instantly look at your foot, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck, dude, I just stepped in dog shit."
yeah.
You
I
shit your
feel like
pants, dude. People start looking around.
you
I
can't
ran
hide
out.
no guilt, dude. Yeah, you can't like because if I were to look around, you can almost tell who shit their pants. You're like,
Oh, dude, you turn red. You can't keep it. Yeah, you couldn't, except maybe my buddy Tyler, who shit his pants and just ditched the underwear and just kept going. Dude. I mean, this guy literally he shit his pants at the bar and he just ditched the underwear. Is like, let's keep going, dude. I literally ran out of the bar. Didn't say bye to anybody. You don't say bye. That's an Irish exit, man. I mean,
hey, shout out to the Irish. St. Patty's Day was
yeah,
yesterday.
St. Patty's Day Monday, dude.
I was gonna shout them out because they have the best way to say goodbye to people, and I
Yeah,
just
you
got
just
to thank
you
them
just
for it.
don't, dude. It's a pain in the ass saying bye to everybody. Like
It sucks.
typically, typically the way it goes is when you say bye to people, you typically say bye to the people that you're closest with, and then
Yeah,
everybody else that you kind of know, you're cool with, you're just like they're not gonna be upset. They're
no,
not gonna be upset that I didn't say bye. They might say he Irish exit, but the next day they'll never remember,
exactly.
which is
And
fine.
like if I'm saying bye to people, and like you said, somebody that like I know them, but they're watching me say goodbye. It's almost like I have to go out of my way to say, "All right, I'll see you," and it's not natural. So I'd rather just say I'm going to the bathroom and then get in
Yeah,
my car.
yeah,
It, it's the
yeah.
best way to do it. Uh,
Yeah, but dude, anyways, I run out of the bar. Um, I run about 2 blocks, and I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm like, people see me running, and
yeah, yeah. They're like,
I
"Oh
find
shit."
this. I find some trash cans in this alley, and dude, I just got butt naked right there. Ditched the underwear, kept my pants on, called an Uber. That was the worst part of the whole thing was calling the Uber because you call the Uber and you're like, this guy is gonna smell it, dude. I mean, there's nowhere to go. You can crack the windows,
Yeah,
dude. He's getting a nose full.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I get in the Uber and he's like, "What's up, man? Like, how's your night going?" Like, he's in a great mood. Like, I've never really seen an Uber driver be this stoked. It's like
yeah.
this would be his luck that he's this stoked all the time. He was obviously somebody that's like he's in a good mood all the time.
Right.
And
Did you ruin it?
dude, I ruined it. 2 minutes in, he didn't say another word. He was like, "How's the night going, bro? Like, San Diego's great. Like, fuck yeah." And then he just doesn't say another word. It's a 20-minute ride home. And I'm sitting with my back to the back seat, ass off the chair. At least, I don't want to get charged $200. You
That's not
know,
very cleaning fee.
nah, dude. And I finally get home and I get out, and dude, I mean, I'm just so relieved to be home. And then I realized I don't have my fucking key to get into my apartment because I'd gone to my buddy's place before.
Yeah.
We all went out, and I drove there, left my keys because I Uber, of course. And so, dude, at this point, I can't get into my place. So I got to call
Yeah.
another Uber. Yeah. I had to call one more Uber, dude.
Go back
And
to his place.
yeah, dude, I had to call another Uber. Same thing. I just sat with my back to his back seat. He didn't say a word. This guy already wasn't talking, so fuck him. Who cares? And I get to Slater's, and yeah, dude, he gave me another pair of pants and hooked me up. I took a shower, dude, and it was awesome. It's a good story, but
It is awesome.
yeah, dude, shitting your. I mean, dude, I feel like it's an experience everybody's got to go through once, dude. I mean, shitting
Yeah.
your pants, it humbles you, dude.
So I'll tell my story. It's kind of fun. Well, I
Oh, have
got
you
a
shit your
couple.
pants?
Yeah. I was me so shout out Carden. But me and Carden were me and him both work at this place, and we're both driving, and we have like this one stop, and we're carrying this stuff to this we're just it's a toilet, so there's a tank and a bowl, He has one box, I have the other, and we literally are just walking it over, and I'm looking him dead in the face because we're waiting to get let in, and I just farted, and it's the middle of the day at work, and I'm like it was funny as he saw it in my eyes. I immediately panicked.
Yeah, no one just straight up shits their pants, dude. I feel like it's always like it's a trust. You trust in a fart, dude. Like you trust in it, and dude, most of the time you can trust it. I feel
Yeah.
like
How many times have you farted and said, "Man, that was close, but we're good."
we're
You
chilling.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah, just roll the window down, and you're good. But so I did it, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And it was an amount where it wasn't a good amount.
yeah, yeah.
And I have on. It's funny because um, I didn't know what to do, so luckily we had Subway for lunch. So we had all these napkins,
Oh, okay. This
and then
is this why you're grateful that you went to Subway?
yeah, I mean,
Okay, because the
regardless,
napkins.
yeah, not because the $5 footlongs are gone.
You
I don't
don't.
know if you
You
realize
don't think?
that
No, I.
they're
How much
gone.
are they now?
It's probably like $13 for
It's
a
still
half.
$5. It's just inflation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tariffs.
Yeah, just
Uh,
tariffs.
yeah,
Tariffs on the subs.
they're killing us. But we're in First Avenue in downtown Birmingham,
Yeah, yeah.
and we're in this box truck, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, I don't know what to do. And this was like kind of early in the day, so like I still had like a full day's worth of stuff to go do.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I go in the back of the box truck, shut the door, get ass naked. I'm wiping. I left the underwear. I threw it on the road. Um,
You threw it on the road.
yeah, it was some
Oh,
Duluth, and everybody knows if you know Duluth underwear, it's got a pouch in it that's just it makes everything more comfortable. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Those are good underwear, man.
They were your underwear. I didn't take them.
Yeah. I
They were yours. So I
Oh
didn't take them,
man.
which makes it more funny.
I'll give a backstory on that. I'd come home and visit
Yeah, yeah,
one time when I was living in San Diego, and I'd stayed at your place,
yeah.
and I left some clothes there, dude. And I guess I'd left the Duluth underwear there. And
I washed them before I wore
yeah,
them. Let's just say,
yeah, we're not over here trading undies and shit. Apparently
no,
you are, but
yeah, I couldn't give them back. So I
yeah.
trashed them, and luckily my next part of my next drop off place was in Hueytown. So I'm in this huge
Oh,
ass
dude, that's a
box.
blessing.
I know, dude. I'm in this huge ass box truck, and I'm driving them to
I didn't know
my
you
house.
shit my underwear, bro. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. And looking back, I could have washed them, but dude, it was just terrible. So I
n-
go
yeah.
and I take on my like quote unquote lunch break. I go in, I change real quick, I shower, change real quick, and then I get back to work, and everything's fine. But there's like how you running into that alley and you're just sitting there and you're like, dude, what just happened?
Yeah.
You went from like having a good day to like
Dude, I
just
was having a great
literally
time, man. You want to
literally
talk? It's a complete mood killer. Your day's over. It doesn't matter what time. Like yours
yeah,
that's yours sucks because it happened early. Mine happened at
yeah.
10 o'clock, so it's like I was kind of like, okay, I'm cool with the day ending right
But
now.
it's
But
kind of
you,
like your night just got started almost. It's like you were like on the like 10 o'clock on a night out in San Diego's. That's like
yeah,
early.
that's usually when it starts getting
You know
bumping.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's just like I don't know. Everybody needs to experience it. Not saying to go out and try and do it, but everybody needs like an accidental slip up.
I
And
mean, how was the
one
rest
thing,
of the day for you?
dude, it felt like I was behind. Like it felt like I was. I feel like I couldn't catch up because I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I know what happened.
Yeah.
Lord knows what happened.
Yeah, it's hard to
And
imagine like shitting your pants at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and then like 5 or 6 o'clock rolls around, and you're like, I guess I'm gonna go like keep on with my routine. Like I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna eat
yeah, so
dinner.
you just
Like obviously you're gonna eat and stuff, but dude, I feel like that just throws your entire day off, dude. Like
yeah, dude,
you
I just
probably
like
can't. You want to just go home and just be away from people.
exactly like it's just so embarrassing. And I was just like, dude, nobody just knows that I like literally just shit my pants.
Yeah.
Um,
And see, when I did mine, dude, I was a little drunk too. But dude, there is no that will sober you up so fast. Like
yeah,
dude, I could have right as soon as I did it, I could have blown a point zero, dude. Like I know I could have. You know, like
you
obviously didn't
you
I
were on a
wouldn't.
mission. You had correct protocol. Got out of there. Got out of the situation you were in.
Yeah. See, some people can bounce back, dude. I couldn't bounce back from that. I mean, that was
Not
just it was
no,
over.
not because even I feel like even if you ditch the underwear, wash your hands, get your ass clean,
Yeah.
you still smell it.
And dude,
It
you also kind of like you like start thinking about you start thinking about deep shit too, bro. You start thinking about your life. You're like, what am I doing? Like I'm 20 something years old and I'm shitting my pants. This is something you do when you're 3 or 4 years old, maybe two, mainly when you're 1 or 2. You know, you get to what age do you get to and you start shitting your pants? Is it like this is not okay anymore?
yeah, because there should be a large gap from when you're like, you know, I feel like when you start kindergarten, first grade, you should be able to go shit by yourself,
You should
right?
be trained. Yes,
And
by
then
then.
and then when you get to like 75, I think it's cool for you to just start saying fuck it and just start shitting yourself.
Yeah, you're like Benjamin Button,
Hey,
dude. It's like things at the beginning of your life, like when you're like an old man, dude. There's things that you can
yeah,
do that
you
babies
shit
do.
yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I think it's the evolution of life is nuts, dude. You start out in diapers, you end up in diapers, dude.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I
Like,
love I love this thing that Jerry Seinfeld said where, um, he like it's like the beginning of a Seinfeld episode where like he says, the only your first birthday and your last birthday are the only birthdays where you don't invite people, dude. Like your first birthday, like your mom is inviting like kids from preschool or like
yeah,
their friends with kids, and you're just kind of there for your first birthday. Like you don't remember it, but it's
no,
they get the Polaroids out and start taking pictures. Like I got a picture of my first birthday. I'm just shoving cake in my face and I've got a Teletubbies hat on. Like I don't remember
yeah,
that. I wasn't cool with it, Like I mean,
no. I
obviously
love
looking back, it's a good memory, but like I don't remember it. And then
Teletubbies your show.
oh dude, Teletubbies was the shit, dude. Yeah. Whoever made that show was on every drug under the sun, dude. Like and dude, I feel like when you're a baby, you're like, I relate, dude. Like I just came out of the womb. Like you don't know where the fuck you came from. Yeah, it's you're like, dude, I just came from somewhere and like this is like making sense right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sucks because like my show is Barney, and then to
I
come
liked
and
Barney.
find out,
Yeah.
I think the guy that played Barney, I think he like came out and was like, touching kids or whatever. So
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
it just sucks. So I think a lot of people have been coming out with, like your TV show idols, dude. And it's just like these guys are like just creeps, dude.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
It happens, dude. I mean, there's always those few. I mean, you just never know. You just never know with
Yeah.
shit like that.
Like who did I see, dude? My Twitter name for the longest time was Dane Cook.
I remember that.
For
Yeah.
the longest time, and now then I found out, dude, like he's been dating this girl who's 20, who just turned 21, but they've been dating for like 4 years, and I'm like,
Nice.
let me do some math here.
He's been around for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, man, you're like, man, this dude's funny, but then it's like, God, dude, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Like I don't get it. Like I like honestly, I think it's kind of like this is just me personally. Like, I mean, it's there's nothing wrong with it, but dude, I just think like if you're like 20, even like if you're like 26 now, like us,
Yeah,
and you're with somebody that's like 18, 19, like, dude, I'm not like judging. Like, you do what you want. Like, it's cool. But like, dude, the age difference there from 26 and 18 and 19 is just, it's a world's difference, dude. Like, if you think about how different you are from 19 to now, like,
yeah,
your maturity level is so different, you know?
yeah. The only thing that hasn't matured is my sense of humor, dude.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
Dude, if I see somebody fall,
Yeah.
man, dude, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna help out, but like,
You're
I
going to
can't.
chuckle after.
I'm
Yeah.
a chuckle, dude. I just can't help it.
Yeah. It's something else, dude.
Yeah, dude. Also, I was gonna shout you out, dude. All this equipment that we got going on right now is sick.
Yeah, dude, we got the compressor box, dude. We got the mics. It's pretty sick.
It's like this is real deal, dude. I hope
This
I hope I hope this goes like Which I'm having a great time so far. And like
Yeah,
looking
dude.
up, dude, we just hit 45 minutes. It's just nuts because like it doesn't feel like it.
Nah, dude, we're just sitting here, we're just talking, we're just the Backbrick boys, just having a good old talk, dude. Triple B, baby bag bitch, you know.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I also took notes. Do you remember the old Verizon guy who's like, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?"
yeah,
Do you remember the commercial where he switched to Sprint and it like broke the internet?
kinda. Yeah, I mean, I remember the commercials like I don't remember like when he switched, but I remember seeing the Sprint commercial and being like, "What is this guy? What did he do? Like
Exactly.
he is betraying Verizon."
Exactly.
I've always had T-Mobile, so like you know, trash mobile, I guess. But I've been cool with it. It's been fine. I drop a call here and there, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like it
There's
is
nothing
what it
wrong
is.
with that.
No. Did Hey, I also had to stop too. I've been trying to. It's just these stupid notes I've been taking like throughout the few weeks we've been together, and it was so we went on one of my buddies' bachelor trips this past weekend to New Orleans,
Yeah.
and it we should have they took an Uber. We went to this place called the Sazerac House, and Nick, not me, Nick and Carden, but me, Logan and Carden, we
Where the
wanted
hell
to.
was I?
It,
When was this?
this uh this Honeycutt's bachelor trip. This was
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Okay. Sorry.
um
It's like sick and by, dude.
I know, dude. New Orleans is the most disgusting place I've ever been. It's unbelievably gross.
Is it fun though?
Fun.
But dude, you got all the good music there, man. Like you got the jazz. Like I've actually never been, which
Dude,
is I
we
went when I
never
was a
saw,
baby, but like I don't remember it.
dude, no live music for real where we were at.
That's crazy, dude.
It's like
Like you would think
clubhouse
like
station.
just jazz and like when I think of New Orleans, dude, I think of like jazz, good food.
Dude, it was like homeless people, tops off, and bead throwing. Like it was, you know what I'm
That's
saying? Just
awesome.
all the things, yeah. So
Dude, I have no problems with bums, dude. I love them, dude. You know, like a lot of they get a lot of hate, dude. You know,
one
let them
guy,
roam, dude.
dude, one guy had the sign that said, "If you can read this, you owe me $1."
Yeah, see, that's
And
creative. That's so
yeah,
good.
dude. And I didn't have $1, and he's like, "I don't care,"
Yeah,
you know.
I like when they're on. Like, dude, if they're just honest, dude. Like, you know, typically you see like homeless veteran, like, and they might be, dude. But
Who's the guy in L.A. who
oh,
just
dude,
got
there's the guy. He's got a cell phone,
famous too?
nicer clothes than we will ever have. And
Yeah,
he's got a sign that says it's for cocaine and hookers, dude. Like, at least he's honest. You know, like
yeah. And people are giving him
I'll give you some
regular.
money for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you want to get your fix, dude, go for it. I got you.
exactly. But he no, so me so we probably had like a mile walk, and it monsooned, and so like
Yeah.
there's cover over us, but like only like every little bit, like every other block we had to walk to, and it made me think 'cause, like some of us were running, some of us walked, and it's like we both ended up wet. So I just wrote down, it's like, do you get more wet? Like if it's raining in a parking lot, let's say you're running to your car, do you get more wet running or walking? What do you think?
Dude, I think you would get more wet walking.
But you're
I
just
know what you're
running.
saying. I know what you're saying. But dude, when you're walking, dude, you're just accumulating all like a shit ton more, dude. When you run, dude, like it's hitting you faster, but I think you're probably getting hit with the same amount of water, but if you run, you're going to get to a drier spot in less time.
I think it's a placebo, dude, because you're just running to the water that's in front of you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not dodging the water behind you because it already hit, and you're not dodging the water that's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it's sprinkling, yeah, dude. You know, hit a light jog.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy when it sprinkles, dude, and you're like, okay, this isn't bothering me. And then it starts to pick up and you're like, fuck, dude. Like I need
yeah,
an umbrella right now.
yeah. I gotta unload these groceries in the trunk of my car. They're probably gonna get ruined. Um, dude, the other day I held this door open at the gas station for this lady, and I did it on purpose. It was like they were kind of far away, and I'm sitting there holding the door.
God,
So
dude,
they,
that sucks. That sucks when you go to open the door and you're like, dude, do I hold it or not? You know?
well, I held it, dude. I was like, so I kind of made her move a little bit. She kind of walked faster. She started to tell me, she's like, you don't have to hold that. And I said, no, I am. And she's like, oh, and she's like, I'm coming.
I would have kept my ass the same speed, dude.
Yeah. So it was
It's funny
funny.
when you put people on the spot like that.
I know. I was thinking about it, man. I've lied to you a few times in our life, and one of them just happened to be a funny story. So, like, one time I told Nick that I was
Do I
gonna.
know about this?
Yeah, yeah. It's just funny. Like, it just kind of. I feel like this will help kind of explain. Um, so I was just telling Nick, which some of this did happen, but that lady that like had the bird like shit on her car,
Yeah.
and
I was bald, dude.
yeah.
This is
So
like the funniest thing ever. I mean, I
this
couldn't believe that this had happened.
if this would have happened, it would have been. So we're just like, I just was like, so it's one of these conversations. It's like he's gone, but we're just talking. It's like I don't know what to. I'm like running out of shit to say, so I'm just like, hey Nick, you'll never guess what happened today. So I'm like, dude, I was driving past this lady, and I did drive past an old lady that was like, holding the wheel, like 10 and 2, just like kind of smaller looking up. Doesn't need to be driving. And I had this thought that if she just started throwing up, it'd just be hilarious. And
Yeah, I remember this shit.
so I had this lady envision it, and I'm like, yo, Nick, dude, I was driving, and this bird, like, this bird just shit all over this lady's like windshield, and I guess it just looked gross, creeped her out, and she's driving, and she is just throwing up all over herself, all over the car, and I like look over at her, and she like looks at me, and then she's like pointing up at the birds, and she's like, "What the fuck?" She's freaking out, and I'm just sitting there, and
Yeah.
so that's one of the few times I've lied to you. Have you
It
ever
was
lied
just a
to me?
pointless lie. It was just so
Oh,
pointless, dude. Like you literally called me and you're like, dude, you got to hear about this thing I saw today. And I was like, I pictured, you told it so well that I was picturing
yeah,
myself in the car watching this happen. It was
yeah,
hilarious. And then you're just like, it didn't actually happen.
yeah.
And
It
I was
just
just like, what the fuck?
it was
Why
one
did
of
you
those.
do that?
I don't know. It was more of a test, I guess, like to see if I could do it because it was all on a whim. Have
Yeah.
you ever lied to me about anything? We can just get it out here now. This could be
I
like a
don't lie,
test.
dude. I don't tell lies.
I feel like there's some things I wish you would have lied
Dude, there
about.
probably is, but I'll have to think on it. I don't, I try not to
Yeah,
lie. You know what I'm saying? I try to be an honest person all the time.
yeah, dude. Hey, man. How's your new job going?
Dude,
How's that?
it's crazy. I just started serving, bartending too. I'm on day 3, dude. I'm training. It's my only
Really?
job. It's the only job I basically, dude. I mean, I don't really, the Navy was a job, but this is like my first job, dude. I mean, we were
As
lifeguards in high
as
school.
yeah, we did
Yeah,
take
my
classes.
job, dude, like if you look at my resume, dude, I mean, it makes no sense, dude. Like lifeguard at the Y, Navy for
Yeah,
7 years, and now I like unemployed for about 8 months, going to school, and yeah, bartend. It's going good though, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's hectic. It's funny the
you
different
almost
people that come in, like and dude, it's so fast. It's crazy how fast it is. And like, dude, these girls at work, dude, I mean, they're just like, they're zooming, dude, and they're so quick with it. And like, their memory is insane. And I'm just like, I got to write everything down, which is cool. I mean, but it's cool when the server comes and, you got like like a 4 top or a 6 top and everyone orders different shit, different drinks, and that person just remembers it, dude. And it's like, that's
yeah,
pretty good. That's pretty good. And then I'm over there with my, my pen, notepad, writing it down, scratch, fucking it up,
yeah,
taking forever on the screen. And I can tell, everybody that works there is like, dude, hurry up and input this shit. And, I'm over there like, dude, give me a minute. All right.
yeah.
Like
Like
I need a second.
just take a chill pill. Yeah, because I served the bartending for like 4 years, and dude, it comes with time. It just
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
the money was awesome, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I think creating a fun experience for it's weird. Like talking to somebody random is almost like easier than like talking to I don't know because these people don't know you, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just easier to like tell stories or make somebody laugh because it's almost like I'd have the same jokes, but these people don't know me, so like the servers and stuff would be like, "Oh, he's saying the same joke," but I'm like, "Dude, fuck you! Like this is funny." They had never heard it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd make them laugh, and like people would ask me like, how fresh is the fish? And I said, I'd be like, I got it in this morning. I ripped it up with a like a trailer bait, dude.
Yeah.
I
And
know
it's funny when people say like, "Hey, what do you recommend?" That's my favorite. That's been my favorite thing so far. Because
yeah,
dude, it's now made me realize that whenever you go to eat and you're ever like, "Hey, what do you recommend? Do you recommend like
bullshit,
this drink or this food?" They're just bullshitting you, dude. Like maybe they're being honest, but I feel like most of the time, dude, they're probably like they're just saying something, and you're like, "Man, that you know what? That does sound good. I'll do
and
that."
people take that and they take their word for it. They're like, I have to have that, and it's like, dude, I pulled that out of my ass,
Yeah.
picked one of the most expensive things we have, hoping you get it, and just eat it, dude. It's
Yeah, have
good.
an idea before you get there.
I don't know you. I don't know your
Yeah.
preferences. I don't know your
Or
food allergies. I don't
yeah.
know.
Dude, if you're
And
allergic to peanuts, that sucks.
also too, unless you have celiac and you tell me you have a gluten disease, dude, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think people like you need to repopulate the earth. Excuse me. Like even talking about it makes me sick. I don't think you need to repopulate. Um, because it's just if your stomach hurts after you eat a piece of bread, dude, get over it. Do not
Don't do it anymore.
don't make people clean the kitchen, wipe everything down, you know, get a whole new batch of oil or whatever so you don't have to shit later. You're
Yeah.
going to shit later. You had 8 beers. You're going to shit later.
It's
You
going to
might as
happen.
well you might as well have a
Have you ever had
cheeseburger.
8 beers?
I have had 8 beers.
Dude, it usually happens at one point or another afterwards. I mean, it's going to happen regardless, but it tends to be a little bit worse when you've had 8 beers.
The
Yeah.
beer shits are real, and I'm sure there's going to be. Hopefully, we have some beer drinkers listening, and I'm sure they can attest, dude.
Yeah. And
They
it's probably going to happen this weekend, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things.
shout out
I,
Carden
I
again, dude. We're bringing him up right now.
dude's getting married.
He's
Yeah.
getting married, dude. We
We're stoked for him.
yeah, no, it's. I mean, he's cost me money, but he, I was meaning. I didn't know how to ask him. The rehearsal dinner we're going to, and we're going out to eat. You think they're covered? They got to be covering that.
I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
I hope so, dude. I just
Yeah. I think that's
did.
how it goes, dude. Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Are you staying Friday night?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that like I'm just not acting like we're on the phone. We need to be talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
stuff for the pod. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Well, dude,
We just did a podcast.
we just did our first one. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Um,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tune into the next episode and
Yeah.
have a great day.
Yeah. I got one message for you guys. Shit yourself, dude. You learned something.
Yeah, it is. It's a life changing experience if you do it, and it seems like it's bad in the moment, but only good things come from it.
Yeah. Just trust
Like
yourself.
shit.
Yeah, dude. Shit yourself.
Sometimes life's shitty.
Yeah, dude. You might as well shit on you. Don't
Yeah.
shit on other people. So yeah, dude. That's it. Backbrick Boys, man.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Later.
See you.
Dude, that was pretty good. I mean, there's some things that we can like work on, obviously, but
Well, it's just like
is there anything is there anything I did that you're like, hey, let's not do that?
No, I think we did a good job of letting each other talk. Like in my head, there's a lot.
We honestly, dude, I feel like it was perfect. The only thing I would say,